What's going on, YouTube world? Back with another video. Today, in our quest to leave no deck unturned, we're playing Draven Rumble. I gotta tell you, up front, this is not the kind of deck that I would normally play or bring to a tournament. It looks like a lot of fun, and I actually tried to build a bunch of Rumble decks when Rumble first came out. I quickly realized that Rumble was not quite as good as I thought he was going to be. It turns out you can basically just chump block him, and you just take 1 damage from impact, and that's kind of it. And he's not super scary. But in this deck, we play 3 Might. So our spell shielded up giant unit now gets +3/+0 in Overwhelm, and literally rumbles over for a bunch of damage. You throw together a bunch of burn, an aggressive package. This version is running 2 ambush, which a lot of them don't. But if I'm going to play one of these decks, let's just go. Let's just get in there. Another great way to push through Rumble for a bunch of damage. Also, a lot of times, you can just make a really big ballistic bot and just, like, get them out of nowhere. I've played against this deck before. I just had a giant, like, 9-power ballistic bot come out and hit me and just end a game. Definitely happens. And then you got a bunch of just, the typical burn, Mystic Shock, Get Excited, Decimate. 1 survival skills, great with Draven. Fantastic way to keep your units alive. Makes combat really annoying, especially against other decks that are maybe looking to race you. You can block survival skills. Absolute blowouts. So the deck did quite well a couple weekends ago at the Mastering Runeterra $500 qualifier. It had like four copies, I think, at least, which is like half the top 8, maybe even more. It did less well this last Sunday. But that said, the deck is still obviously a contender. Even if I don't end up playing it myself, I want to know what it's like to play the deck and how it really works so that I can be as prepared to combat it as possible. And I mean, who knows? It might end up having a certain matchup spread that I end up needing or wanting to play. So basically trying not to discount any decks just by looking at them on paper. Actually giving them a chance. Okay. So we're up against Tryndamere, a Soul, maybe a Feel the Rush, probably a I forget the landmark. The landmark that makes your stuff cheap. Costs 0. I would imagine. What is it called? I can't remember. I'm so bad with names. That thing. I assume that's probably what they're on. Probably a bunch of the usual failure cards. So let's see. I don't hate a Fallen Rider on 2. We could go like 1, 2. Probably throw Get Excited. I don't know if we really want to keep Ahri Kennen, but we're gonna do it. We also want to have. There you go. There's a good thing. I was just gonna say we want to have enough cards to discard to Rumble. And Lost Soul is definitely a good one. So here we're just gonna start off being aggressive. Risen Rider on 2 is extremely powerful. If we could just get in for 5 damage on turn 2 here. Oh. What? When I'm summoned, if you behold an 8+ cost card, grant me +3/+0. Okay. Well, that happened. So the question is, do we offer the trade? If we don't offer the trade, they're going to have 4 mana next turn. They could Avalanche and then just get in with the Scavenger. We do have a lot of good ways of removing blockers, but I think I'm just gonna offer up the trade here. It's fine. Would prefer to not have to throw another card to finish off that 4/3, like to block it or Mystic Shot. I was gonna say, if they pass here, probably just take the pass back. Do we want to play out this Poro? let's see. So next turn we can discard a Lost Soul. We can discard Fallen Rider. Could just discard Mystic Shot or Survival Skills. Or we can keep this Poro in our hand and discard that. I think we're just going to play the Poro out. We technically could play the Fallen Rider as is. And then just go for an open for 5. It's actually not the worst. Okay, so with the second Mystic Shot, I think we're definitely discarding these two. The question is, what's the third one? Survival Skills or Mystic Shot? Since they're Targon Failure, I think I'm just going to discard this
Come on, baby.
Survival Skills. I don't feel like we're going to get a lot of use out of it. Though I could be wrong. Could protect Rumble from like a double avalanche type situation. Also being Targon and Failure, they tend to have a lot of life gain. Like this, so maybe get rid of a Mystic Shot that doesn't have a lot of utility. Might have been the play. Ooh, Might is fantastic. Now we're able to might up our Rumble. Go for a bunch of damage. Okay, they're still ramping. Notice they still have 4 mana. So we're going to play out the Revenant. So the Twin Blade also uses more of our mana. Oh, there's passing. Okay. Well, this is a lot of damage. So we're just going to open here. You know, run into an Avalanche. They're at 17, actually. Oh, I thought they were at a lot less. Let's put them to 10. Okay, let's see what... This puts them to 4. Them emoting there makes me think that they have answers. They don't.
We're getting hot, hot, hot.
Protocol ouch initiated. Face smashing levels maximum.
Wow, that got big. I don't even know exactly what Rumble does. Okay, when you deal damage to the enemy Nexus, I knew it created a Mecha Yordle. Or if you have one, grant all Mecha Yordles a hand plus 1/+ and reduce their cost by 1. Oh, any damage to the Nexus. Oh, wild. Huh. Maybe we should have just gone for the Flame Spitter here. So they are at 4. We do have 4 mana, so we'll probably just try to kill them. Might as well do this first, right? Because this gets us more Mecha Yordles. Which seems like a thing we would be interested in. See, this is why it's so important to play all the decks. Because, like, yeah, you have a good idea of what they're doing, but, like, I didn't know exactly how Rumble flipped and worked. It just didn't matter. I just always beat the Rumble decks. I didn't have to know. But this is very relevant information to know. So, I really encourage you to try... Just try all the decks. Even if it's just, like, a couple of games. 2-3 games. Takes no time at all. The difference between a handful of games and 0 games is massive. So I guess we'll we'll play it out again so that we can make yet another one. This might just be game. Let's see. Yeah.
Face smashing levels maximum.
Face smashing levels maximum. All right. Let's see if we can get a deck that's maybe more in the meta. Sure. Why wouldn't we get a mirror match? Okay, so we're going to be racing each other. We probably just want to try and hit as hard as possible. Try to find a Rumble. I don't think there's going to be a lot of... you know, stopping our opponent from doing too much. Okay, so this is interesting. I think we just go... If we didn't draw this Rumble, we might have kept the Urchin for the Chompers. I guess maybe not with the Fallen Rider. Well, we got the curve. But Runeterra is a lot more about than just curving out. Oh, whoops. Maybe we should have attacked there. Not a big deal. Having mana up for the important combat turns, like when big interactions actually happen, is a lot more what Runeterra is about. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, but if they take a turn off from playing a unit and they have 3 spell mana on turn 4, and they're able to do like a block whirling death kind of situation, that's very powerful. This card's so good. Now I start a free attack. Card's absurd. Tries to see more play. As much as I said curving out's not everything, we're just going to beat face here. It would be real nice if we had survival skills.
It's Draven time.
I'm not sure why they're giving us the GG. But I think we'll just go now. Probably still end up just trading here. If they have a survival skills, we get blown out. That'd be really bad.
So ordinary.
Oh, okay, this works also. So, since we have 2 Rumbles, I think we'll just ditch one.
Time for the moneymakers.
It's interesting, though, trying to figure out how this late game is going to go. Obviously, neither of us have any healing, so any damage that we deal to each other, it's permanent. This version also only runs 1 Grenadier, which makes me a little sad. Pretty big fan of that card. Okay, so I think it's a pretty obvious Boom Baboon. Lets us Mystic Shot also, and then next turn we can go Rumble, discarding Grenadier plus Chompers, which is kind of absurd. Do we need to Mystic Shot right now? I don't think so. Just pass. Just let them develop. Keep passing.
God axes need victims.
Because we want them to pull with those Chompers. Oh. They wisely choose not to. Trade here. Get rid of Draven.
Draven down.
I hope this Rumble discarding these is as good as I think it will be. So we're definitely discarding these 2, obviously. But now do we just ditch an axe, maybe? That seems fine. I don't want to target the same thing twice. Okay, got there.
Here comes a new challenger.
Not bad, not bad. We could have discarded the axe to the cannon, and then even played a Poro this turn. I just didn't think it was that good.
Axes coming right up.
So, what are we pulling out of the way? I think we'd rather have the Poros die. It's close, though. Let's double ambush in the deck, though. I think them having no elusive blockers, definitely somewhat important. That's pretty good. This guy I think I'm talking about, like, oh, Rumble's so good, and it did nothing. I mean, like, even if they had just put... If they just put the Poro in front of it and just, like, got him for 1. Exciting. Ruined Reckoner is ridiculous, though. If you might something, giving it Overwhelm, and then just Midnight Rain on it, let it attack again, or, like, on Draven, when it has 1 axe on it, and then you get to attack again, and it levels. Does not suck. Okay, so we can go Reckoner. And then I think we might just go Poro Cannon block.
Need a light?
Oh, unless they just open. I thought they would play this Risen Rider. Yeah, like why not play the Risen Rider? So we can get Rumble to attack, but it's just going to eat a Poro, which we could just make a Poro to block with and have an extra Poro. It's actually like a really close race. We're almost exactly even on board. We have like, this is like a chess match where we have like one extra pawn. We have like one extra Poro. Like these line up, these line up, these line up, these line up.
Come on, pal.
Having a decimate in hand when your opponent's at 14 is not super exciting.
Stand against me.
So I think we just do this, take 5.
Needs a few adjustments.
Them preventing us from dealing damage last round with Rumble, also unfortunate. So here we can just open. Though we're getting in for a decent amount. So 6, 7, assuming they take it, puts them to 7. We just need 3 more. Yeah, I think we just take this
Come on, baby.
rather than playing on a Fallen Rider, which they could just block with the Rumble, really. Yeah, that's scary. We'll hold an axe. You hold an axe too. Fair's fair. We're gonna take at least 1 from this Rumble next turn. Just pass. I don't think there's any reason to play this Fallen Rider just yet, because we all get excited. Okay, mine's gonna be lethal, though mine on their side's probably lethal also. Let's see, because they'll pull they'll pull Rumble, so we can block with Flame Chompers. Might will put it up to 8. It would put us to 1. Because it would be 8 minus 2 would be 6, plus 1 from Impact would be 7. Also good to note that we have to block. We can't just block with the Poro, otherwise Might would be lethal. Fallen Rider. Okay, we'll play our own Fallen Rider. Okay. So I don't think any one spell kills us because
Hey, watch the paint.
Might doesn't do it. They might here. Might. They might here. That we can might our Daring Poro. Or our Fallen Rider.
Adjust
Okay.
good. You go.
They don't cast Might. They didn't get a... Was there a way they could have got a mech? I don't think so. Okay. So they can't draw Get Excited. Okay, so here they got a mech though. Which they cannot play. And we just attack with a win. No need to cast Might or anything. You just present lethal. Let them
We're getting hot.
let them blink or do anything.
Physical discomfort systems online.
So, yeah, the deck's fine. It's definitely the best Rumble deck I've played by far. Like, not even close. I do have more respect for it after seeing it in action there. It's got some power to it. That's fair. I thought these Rumble decks were kind of just a joke. Because all the other ones I played at the beginning of the season just were not even remotely close enough. This one has some teeth. It's a very good burn deck, I would say. This is probably a really good deck for ladder climbing because the games are really fast. People aren't really used to playing against the deck, I would imagine, since it's relatively new. And it's powerful, which is what you're looking for in a deck to climb with the ladder with. And then also, if you're looking to round out, I was going to say an aggressive lineup for a tournament, but I saw Draven Rumble paired with all kinds of stuff. I think who was it? Someone came in the top 4, and I want to say they were on like Anivia, Draven Rumble, and some other deck that also doesn't go in that lineup. Because, I mean, already those are on the opposite end of the spectrum, which I think is fantastic. I love seeing people have success with the different strategies and not just going with the tried and true 3 kind of the same deck strategy and really trying other things out. Fantastic. So yeah, if you like this kind of deck, I think gets the thumbs up, the Jason Florent seal of approval. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it for today. We'll be back again tomorrow with more videos. If you want more awesome content, make sure you check out masteringterra.com and make sure you keep a learning mindset and you cannot lose. Have a great day.